haga jingelang kabala penlong daga state level steering monitoring committee ban yamer jimot halaga pradhan mantri poshan shakti nirman PM-POSHAN scheme kata haga arphotrek rumpang ajarpsan haga blai donlang duba Donald P. Walang chief secretary Kasar Jala Ubijay Kumar Mantri Commissioner and Secretary Education Swapnil Tembe Director of School Education nalor kiwe layo jingtip bagi Khynnah iblayo Myntoi lung bagani ka scheme kidan hadu kumbah nyolak ai badi kani lapentip du Swapnil Tembe IS Director of School Education haba pentip igani iskilar pathai kubor Swapnil Tembe ulaong bagani ka scheme kadai balawan lung bag Sarkar India ban ai bam sngi lani ka midday meal nak benta ki Khynnah ki bahab school sarkar ba kumjur school Kiba yo cingirap na Kasar Jala luang bagani ka scheme kalong ka bakhamper pat na ka midday meal da ka bapen paw bakindan kin nong tray ki ban Khmih Bniah e ka bam shaban aji Khynnah nalor ban aji kai yakin nong shet.
So more or less the facilities remain the same. The food grains are provided by the FCI, and we are from the department, from the scheme, the payments are made to FCI, and then cooking costs are provided to the school, using which they buy vegetables, they buy other things which are required for cooking, which is like cooking oil, etc., etc. Then on a contractual basis, on an honorarium basis, cook cum helpers are appointed in these schools which cook the meal basically. So this scheme had many challenges. One was regular inflow of the funds, which we have made sure. For example, in the present financial year, by the December month itself, we were able to get all 4 installments pertaining to PM-POSHAN. So that's something which we are very happy about, and we want to continue this kind of performance. And there wasn't any delay in release of the honorariums to the cook cum helpers as well. Then the second point which the state has achieved is that the school nutrition gardens. So last year in this scheme, the state only had 9% of the schools which are serving these meals. They had school nutrition garden. So now the school nutrition garden is like a kitchen garden, where the children learn how to plant vegetables, plant fruits, and then they care for them. And then when they grow, they pluck the vegetables, and the whole process of learning how to maintain a kitchen garden. So this was only 9%. So the state decided to observe School Nutrition Garden Day. So in the last year, 2024, we observed this day twice. And in the first day, which was somewhere in April, 5,000 schools started this school nutrition garden. And the good part is that this was basically entirely based on motivation, on the convergence. So horticulture department, the district horticulture officers, they helped various schools, the KVKs. So our state has a lot of Krishi Vigyan Kendra also. So they also helped these schools. I'm happy to share that today, after all these efforts, now we have 80% of our schools, up from 9% to 80% have school nutrition gardens, and this year we plan to make it 100%. So which is very important. It is not just about planting the vegetables. Now we have seen in a year children are plucking these vegetables and using these vegetables in their meals. And another facet of this school nutrition garden is that the kitchen waste which is there, they use it, they compost the kitchen waste, and they use this compost in the kitchen garden back. So they are learning to plant, they are learning the importance of nutrition, what is the right kind of nutrition. They are also learning to use kitchen waste and make it into a compost. So many lessons. The other is that we have saturated the training of all the cook cum helpers. Now these cook cum helpers are the one who cook every day, so they should know about the hygiene, they should know about the nutrition. So now all 20,000 cook cum helpers, last year we were able to train. We collaborated with the NESFAS organization. We have signed a MOU, and with that we could complete those trainings. We also trained the teachers, the headmasters, everyone who is involved in the school with this PM-POSHAN scheme. We organized various cooking competitions also, where these cook cum helpers participated, and the most nutritious meals were awarded. We also came up with a booklet in collaboration with NESFAS, which basically says is that in which region what kind of meals can be given to students. So if it's Garo Hills, what kind of local vegetables are being grown, so what can you make out of it. So it's a very wonderful booklet which we have shared with all the schools. So these are the various interventions we have done. Some challenges remain. For example, in our state only 9% of the schools are using LPG as a cooking fuel. and most are using the firewood. So this remains a challenge. There are logistical challenges that the LPG cylinders are not available in rural areas. The other is the cost factor. Somewhere the firewood is freely available, somewhere the community is donating the firewood. So this is something of a challenge to us, and this year we want to spread more awareness on the use of a green fuel for cooking, because when we use firewood, of course there's a lot of smoke, and the kitchen is just next to the school building, so we don't want that kind of thing. We want a green energy source to be used for our kitchens. There are challenges in terms of providing good kitchen sheds. We also did 3 pilot we made kitchen with dining room. So generally you will see only kitchens are there in school. There is no dining space. So generally these students, they either eat in their classroom or they will sit outside and eat. So we have experimented. We have made 3 model kitchens with dining rooms, one in Garo Hills, one in Khasi Hills, one in Jaintia Hills, and the response has been really good. So based on these feedback, we will try to provide more of these model kitchens into different schools. And every year we have this meeting where we approve the plan for next year, and we review what the progress has been made in this present year, which helps us. There are different stakeholders, the FCI, from the school community, from the college, and all are part of this committee. And this just concluded, and we have finalized the plan for next year, and hopefully we'll continue this path to improve the service delivery in this scheme. Around 7 lakh students which are there basically in the government and government aided schools which are getting meals under this scheme are availing this. So roughly 7 lakh. And last year the total allocation under this scheme was around 130 crores, including all components. It covers the cook cum helper honorarium, the food cost, the transport cost, everything, around 130 crores.
Habatin, pej bahagi kishab plus F.
Ka plus F?
Hakabam bangibam dunaki eki bataye kamet. Namar kata habathiru atau kau kamlu ka umpnyang kadut pej ya kishab plus F haka jingsom. Yaki nutrient kumki vitamin bat ka ayan la icon diat bat ka bathau bha kam kta ikadur jingki marbam ka jingmat lani ka rukom shed yaki. Balehi banai kita. Kadon ka we ka jing Myntoi ba kongsan. Ka kot ka kia. Ka nutrition ba khambha ka jing im ba khambha pendon kam daki mar ba madon ka sharp plus F menta kasni
Lawan Ra Shafi Lingba ko office jong Commissionerate of Food Safety Meghalaya.